Hi everyone, my name is Samantha Sheriff and today we're going to be talking about fractions. So with fractions, first we're going to be covering, as you can see here, our standard, understanding fractions in the quantity form, one part of a whole is particular and B equal parts. Understanding a fraction AB is the quantity formed by part 1B. And so as I made a list here, you can see understanding fractions as a whole, making sure that you have equal parts, size of fractions are relative to a whole. When the whole is cut in equal parts, the denominator represents the number of equal parts. And we're also be covering denominator, numerator versus denominator in this. So the book that I chose to do on it is called Give Me Half. Now I read this one when I was a child, so I'm going to give you just about a couple seconds of it. It's going to talk about fractions and sharing.
I have one whole pizza, and it's all for me. I'm going to get some pizza. Just you wait and see. I know you want some pizza, sis. You only get one slice. You'd better give me more than that. Why can't you be nice? You have to share the pizza. It must be split in two. The pieces should be cut the same for each of you. 1/2 pizza and 1/2 pizza make one whole pizza. 1/2 and 1/2 is 1. 1/2 plus 1/2 equals 1. What is that behind her back? That last can of juice, I think. If he takes some juice from me,
Okay, so as you can see, they go on through the story and they keep talking about pizzas and drinks and snacks, and their friends come over and they have to share with them. So it's a whole book about fractions. So how are we going to use this? So let's start with our meet with the teacher. So meet with the teacher. The first activity we're going to do is hand the kids all in the group that come to meet. They're all going to have a circle. We're going to talk about how they're wholes. Each one of these counts as one. We're going to talk about the differences. What differences do you see? What about them being cut in different shapes? Different slices? Okay, but as you look, they're on top of each other, same size. Same thing. So, first, what we're going to do is we're going to take the dice and roll it. The kids are then going to shade in that number. So, they would shade in number 4. So, on this one, we would shade in 4. And these would be laminated. And so the kids can do this activity over and over again with me. Now, each kid would have a different circle. So then you would ask them, okay, Johnny, what is your fraction here? So since there's 10, yours would be 4 over 10. And you can see if they can figure that out. This one would be 4 over 6. Sarah might have 4 over 8. And Elijah may have 4 over 7. Then, to work with that one, with the smaller groups, you can say, guys, who has the bigger one? When you put them on top of each other, which one has more pieces that are shaded out? Which one has less? You can also ask them which one's bigger, and then have them even put them in order of which one would be the same to more, which one has less pieces, and you can have them put in order. Now, with your lower level kids, you can take and use the Unifix cubes if it helps them with a better understanding of like 4 yellow ones, and then they had 7. If this was Johnny's, he could see that maybe a little bit better, the fraction of the 4 and the 7. So you could use that as well. For our advanced guys, you can actually tell them what do you know another fraction that is the same as these or equal to these? So 1/3 or 2/3, or is this equal to 2/3 or 3/4? Or you could have them do all this in different ones. And you can keep rolling the dice and let them try different ones. And you can also use 2 dice and roll and get a numerator and then a denominator and have the kids write the fractions. And then also they could draw a little graph for you, or they could use the manipulatives of the unifix cubes. And that way you get a better understanding of who understands the fractions and who does not and needs to go work on. So our next one would be the at your seat. So at your seat, we're going to take, and I have 2 different worksheets. One's for our ELL English learners, the special needs, disabilities, or those that are regular ed or just now starting this. As you can see, there is no words except for at the top, which you could read one time. So tell me what the shaded fraction, and make a fraction for me. So for let's go with number 4. As you can see, number 4, you would put that it is 1/4. And so you put that over here on the side. On number 4, you put 1/4. Also got it back with an answer key for the teacher. Now, for those that have understood this concept and are more advanced, this is not only a reading one, but this is also, if you see, it's a little tricky because it says which choice best shows for 1/3. So, if you look over here, though, you can show them, well, what's different? If you look, the correct answer is C, because it's all equal parts. And this is something we'll also cover in class 2. It all has to be equal parts. So that could be C. And they can go down each one. So this is more the advanced, the kids that have already got it down, the gifted, for those students. Okay, next one, we're going to our T, technology. Okay, technology. I decided to use what is called IXL. Now with IXL, you can pull that out. With IXL, you can do different levels of learning. So first we're going to look at this. This can be based on your students' levels. So as you see, IXL fractions. Now each kid automatically will have a IXL. And as you see, there's kindergarten through 5th grade level. Now, the level we're focusing on is 3rd grade. So I'm going to click on the 3rd grade. And as you can see right here, which fraction of the shape is blue? So you would type in 1/4. And it'll show you, great job. And it'll keep you count right here on this other side. Now, kids that are done with IXL can keep working on that. Also, there is an app called Fruity Fractions. Get to it. Fruity Fractions lets the kids work through the fractions, and you can see the different. This one we use with my special needs kids. Now, you don't have to just be special needs to use this app. But as you can see here, as with technology, everything goes slow. Okay. Fruity Fractions. Next picture. But you take and you match the fractions with the shapes. And it talks about bottom number, denominator, Okay? Next one and last one is hands-on. So for hands-on, what we're going to do is students are going to reach in our bag of dominoes and shake them up, grab one. As you see, I've got 2/5, so I'm going to place it down. They can do this in their journals. So I'm going to put 2/5. And then they could draw you a picture to put in their journals. And that way you know they got 2/5. Or for those who can't quite get there yet, you can do the 2/5 and have them draw it that way as well, just so they know the fractions. And then color them in. Okay? Now, for those that are more advanced, instead of doing the dominoes game, there's a different dominoes game called fraction dominoes. Kids play in groups, and as you see, they draw this one. So this is a 2/3, as you see here, and a 3/4. So students will then look through their cards, their fractions, and see if they can find a match. So I found a match right here, and you make a domino. And then the next partner will go. So right here you have 1/2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And look, you have 1/6. And kids can keep playing until they win. So this will be for my more advanced. Hope you guys enjoy, and let me know if you have any questions.